So this question is asking about the main purpose of the passage. So we want to figure out the main idea. Basically, what's it about? I think one thing that really helps is to read the words above the passage first, because it kind of gives you a summary. It says, this passage is adapted from Virginia Woolf, 3 Guineas, 1938, by Harcourt, Inc. Here, Woolf considers the situation of women in English society. So you kind of get an idea of what it's going to be about already, right? The situation of women in English society. Now, in the first paragraph, you can read it yourself, but it's basically introducing the idea and saying up to this point, it's been mostly men that have been included in the procession, right? This kind of parade of the most important people in the society. In the second paragraph, there's some evidence that women are now getting included in this procession. So, for example, in line 23, it says, for there, trapezing along at the tail end of the procession, we go ourselves. And there, we is women. So it's basically saying now they're added at the tail end of that procession. So they're kind of included. But then towards the end, she starts asking some serious questions. So like in line 48, it says, and they are very important questions, and we have very little time in which to answer them. And it's basically how are women going to kind of include themselves in the society now that they've been let in, right? Are they just going to keep going with what men have done before, or are they going to try something different? What is going to be their role once they're in society? So that's basically the summary. Let's look at our answer choices to see which one best fits that. So in A, it says, emphasize the value of a tradition. So this one's a little off because it's not Virginia Woolf trying to emphasize or like really stress the value of a tradition. She's actually saying we're kind of breaking tradition, right? Women are now included. So that's a little off. B says, stress the urgency of an issue. That one's kind of vague. Stress the urgency. Urgency means the importance that it has to get done now. And I mean, kind of like in line 48 that I pointed out before, it says they are very important questions and we have very little time in which to answer them, right? So that kind of sounds somewhat urgent. I'd keep that. C says highlight the severity of social divisions. Severity means like kind of like severe, like how stressed it is, how important it is. Usually in a negative sense, like important but negative. So it says highlight the severity of social divisions. She's not saying that social divisions are bad. She's kind of just summarizing what's been happening, right? Men had basically had the main role in society, and now women are getting included. C seems slightly off and kind of very strong language. D says question the feasibility of an undertaking. Feasibility means if something is possible. So she's questioning if it's possible, some kind of undertaking. Well, is she ever saying that it's not possible for women to be included, or for them to be important in society? I don't think so. So right now, I think B, I have some evidence for, right? She is saying these are important questions and we have little time. So I think she's really trying to stress how urgent these issues are. So B is your best answer.